Welcome to Picture Healer channel. Today we are going to continue last week's I Ching forecast for the 12 animal signs. This is for the third quarter, including July, August, and September of 2025. Today we'll start with the animal sign of horse until the last animal sign, the pig. There is one I Ching hexagram for each animal sign, and one line will be transformed, creating a new hexagram. The new hexagram is often related to the ending or the later stage of this period. So in this case, you'll be around September. So let's start with the number 7 horse. For the horse sign, I have number 8 I Ching hexagram, alliance, uniting, or friendship. The hexagram is water about the earth. The key is about connecting with other like-minded people, networking, collaborating, and building up a community. This is a time of peace, harmony, and a steady growth. So it's very fortunate hexagram overall. The changing line is the 5th line, so the yang becomes the yin. And the new hexagram is number 2, kun. That's the earth or the yin energy or the receptive. So all 6 lines are yin lines. It's a pure yin energy or the earth energy. And it favors softness, quietness, calmness, and modesty. It's better to go with the flow and be flexible at this time. Since this hexagram is after the transformation line, so it's more around September. Both hexagrams before and after the changing line, they are both very lucky and peaceful. For the number 2 hexagram, it's better to stay in the background and enjoy the peace and harmony. Avoid any dramatic changes or any risky business. This hexagram favors being more passive. Just go with the flow and you will enjoy a simple and abundant life. And there is an I Ching statement related to the transformation line. That's the 5th line of the number 8 alliance. It says, be fair and generous to attract your followers. When an emperor is hunting, there are only 3 sides of the barriers to trap animals, and leave one side open so the animal can run away if they choose to. That means we cannot force people to become our tribe. The right person will come without force and bring us good luck. So that's a message from I Ching for the horse signs. Next one is the goat. I have the I Ching hexagram 62, small exceeding, or small negativity, or slightly off. It means you are slightly exceeding the limit, a little bit going over the limit, and that can cause small obstacles or small problems. In this hexagram, you can see many yin lines, and that can indicate negative influence. Another meaning of the small exceeding is overly small, maybe overly sad after some loss, or too stingy with money. When it's too extreme, it can become a problem. So it's better to adjust and follow the standard to avoid too extreme and causing problems. For this hexagram, it's still lucky for smaller projects, but it's not a suitable time for major project right now. The changing line is the 1st line, so it becomes a new hexagram, number 55, abundance and fullness. And this new hexagram is related to the ending of this period or around September. And by the name, you can tell it means abundance, prosperity, greatness, and fullness. It's very lucky overall. And this can also mean bright judgment and fast actions in law enforcement to remove obstacles. The upper gua is the thunder and the lower gua is the fire. So both thunder and fire can mean law enforcement. This hexagram number 55 indicates fame, status, and financial abundance. So that is very lucky. Now we look at the transformation line. That's the first line of the number 62. The birds flies high against the wind, misfortune. This is not the time to fly high. It's better to accumulate your ability and stay low-key. Stay humble to avoid problems. And that's the general energy for quarter 3. Number 9 is the monkey. The I Ching hexagram is number 32, eternity or endurance. This hexagram emphasizes the nature's consistent, balanced, and enduring qualities, such as the sun and the moon and the stars and the 4 seasons. And the key is to focus on the long term and align with the cycle of nature. So the energy is more stable and permanent. It's a good idea to be consistent and continue the old routine at this time. It's okay to make adjustment, but avoid major or dramatic changes or following random ideas. Avoid being distracted by other unproven ideas. It's better to progress step by step, follow the cycle of nature to achieve permanent results. The transformation line is the third line. So it changed to inline, and the new hexagram is number 40, resolving or relieving or dispersing. This hexagram can mean resolve problems or any issues from before, so your luck will improve. On the other hand, this can also mean dispersing of your energy. So there's a tendency for being scattered. But overall, you are receiving support during this time, so you will see progress, and the burden from the past will be resolved. Now let's look at the transformation line. It says not maintaining long-term virtue can result shame and rejection from others. It's not easy to always choose virtues. Following the right path is not always easy, but it will be worth the effort. So that's the advice from the I Ching book for monkeys during these 3 months. The next animal sign is Rooster. I have the I Ching hexagram number 43, determination. This is the same as the I Ching's pick for snakes. This hexagram shows one in line on the top. And the key here is to cut off the negative or the problems. There are some challenges and conflicts. It's time to be courageous and decisive. Determination will help you get rid of the problems. This can mean taking a loss now for the long-term game. The negativity is on its way out because it's already on the 6th line. That's on the top. And after that, it will be out of the picture. So the focus of this time is to cut off the negative and get rid of any old issues. The changing line is a 3rd line that creates a new hexagram. That's number 58, joy or lake. Both top and bottom guas are lake. This is also the same as the snake sign in the last video. It shows image of 2 girls talking, chatting happily. So it indicates joy, happiness, and kindness. It shows harmony, happiness, busy social life, and the power of communication. Talking and sharing to friends can increase your luck, but improper talking can bring gossip, drama, and relationship issues. The message from the changing line, it says, relying on physical strength to fight will cause misfortune. A virtuous individual embarks on a solo journey, but is frustrated by the persistent rain. It's not about the physical fighting, but you choose your journey and you feel frustrated because of the rain and some obstacles you cannot control. You might feel like you are being trapped now, but there are no major issues. So continue your journey and you will have happiness and joy in the end. The next sign is dog, The I Ching hexagram is number 9, small accumulation or limited strength. This is similar to the small exceeding, but here is small accumulation. You already accumulate some achievement or ability, but your power is still limited and small. There is not enough nourishment yet. It's better to continue building up your ability to accumulate more, and you can achieve more later. Here you might see temporary delay, but the future outlook is still positive. For this hexagram, it's lucky for smaller projects, but not really suitable for major projects. And it's better to connect with other like-minded people with pure motivation, trust, and honesty. You can find help and continue accumulating more. The changing line is the second line, and the new hexagram becomes number 37, family, tribe, or household. So this one focuses on the family and domestic matters. All family members have their own positions and work harmoniously together. So building a good relationship is key at this time. And this hexagram shows great fortune, harmony, and peace. It's a very lucky hexagram for marriage and relationships, especially lucky for females, because females are usually connected to family. The message from the transformation line, that's the second line of number 9 hexagram, small accumulation. The I Ching says, returning to the correct path with the help of friends will bring good luck. We all make mistakes. With the support and advice of good friends, we can overcome obstacles and return to the right position. That kind of match the number 37 hexagram family. It's favorable to return home and have support of family and friends. So the dog signs will have peace, harmony, and a small accumulation during these 3 months. The last animal sign is pig. The I Ching hexagram is number 38, opposition or divergence. It shows 2 people are against each other and heading in opposite directions. The energy is now scattered and diluted. There's a tendency for quarrels, disharmony, misunderstanding, or separation. It's time to slow down, focus on your own responsibilities, and put in more effort to maintain peace. The changing line is number 3. That changes to new hexagram number 14, great harvest or great possession. By the name, you can tell it's a very auspicious hexagram. It suggests financial fortune, career success, fame, and happiness. The energy is very positive. It shows prosperity, peace, and abundance. And it shows that accumulation and effort over time create great abundance. So it's very lucky for the pig sign near the end of these 3 months, around September. Even though in the beginning there are some oppositions and maybe conflict, but toward the ending you will be very fortunate with great harvest, success, and happiness. Now we look at the transformation line message from I Ching. It says the carriage should go forward, but the ox is dragging it backward. The coachman has been punished before with his nose and hair injured. There is a struggle in the beginning, but you will have a favorable outcome. In the past, you might have had some trauma or some bad experience, but the future will be favorable and very fortunate. So that's the readings for the 12 Chinese zodiac signs for quarter 3 of 2025. I will have my I Ching book available in about next 2 weeks or so. I will add the link in the description section so you can have a reference for all 64 I Ching hexagrams. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your support and see you in the next video.